Boom, boom. Hello, friends. Welcome to another video. Today, I got some good news. I have my sound pack out, and it's a work in progress still, but I wanted to put it out. I have it up on Patreon. So, I have 2 Patreon subscribers so far, like paid subscribers. Mr. Emre Hami and Farid Kassam. Y'all are the real ones. Appreciate you guys. For you guys, I have it on Patreon for $8, but to my patrons, my 2 patrons, you guys get it for free, of course. And then I have this plugin too. I don't have this one on my computer right now, but it's like a delay that I made in Patcher. And this one's also free for my patrons and $5 for anybody else that wants to buy, or you can join the Patreon and, you can get some FLPs and sound packs and all these other things that I put out on there. But yeah, I wanted to make this video to kind of show you guys what I have in there. And I'm going to make a track using the things that I have in my pack. And then I'll put that FLP project for my patrons on there to do as you wish with it. But yeah, I'm going to start by kind of going through all the sounds that are in there. So it's the pack right here, Eterno. I have some ambient stuff, which are like some pad sounds. I'm going to lower this because since I have this on, it gets like really loud. And these are meant to be looped, or you can do whatever you want with them as well. This is one of my favorite ones. And then we got some atmosphere stuff. Some birds, some nature sounds, some crickets, crowd, knocking, some texture, heartbeat, museum sounds, and walking in the grass. Got some bass sounds. Little bass loop. Another bass loop. We got some effects. Some guitar. Then I got a direct wave instrument. Hello. I have this direct wave instrument that I made, so you just drag that in there. It'll open up direct wave. So then I made this in there. So, I'm going to be making more of these. Right now, I just have this one. But I really like this process of doing this. But yeah, I used a couple of different things for this one. So that's that one. It's the direct wave. Then I got this. Just some drums. Then we got kicks. Just a couple of different kicks there. Then we got some loops. We got this loop. I feel like these are more like in the raw minimal style. So the textures. Again, this is more of a raw minimal style. Got a couple of top loops. Got some shaker loops. One snare. A couple vocals. And that's it. That's what I got in that pack. That's why I have it so cheap for $8, because it's not a whole crazy bunch of things, but it's some really good things in there. And I'm going to keep building it up. I'm going to keep adding more to it. And as I add more to it, I will update it on Patreon. So if you're a patron, you know, I'll be uploading it. You'll be able to get that as I update it. Because this is the only pack that I have right now in my new computer. And I'm trying to keep it that way. I just want to make my own sounds, basically. My own kicks, my own claps, hats, all that stuff. And I'm just going to keep adding them in here into this pack. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a track, just something quick, using some of the things that I have in my pack. And the way that I would use it, right? So let's get to it. I could choose a kick and then a loop, or I can choose one that already has a kick in there. I really like this. This has a kick, it has percussive stuff, and some bass. This one too. Like this one, for example, doesn't have the kick in there, which I'm going to use for now. So I can just click it there, cut itself. You know, I'm at 123 BPM. I think most of these loops are around 123 BPM. If not, you can stretch them. Let's get a kick. Let's do this one. We can add a shaker loop in there. Or maybe some of these top loops. Let's try that. I forget how to adjust the loops to fit the tempo. I think I probably have to drag and drop them in there. Let's get a pad going in there. We can change the pitch of that. Some atmosphere stuff. And stretch that. I hate that it does that, bro, whenever I have audio on. Okay, so we go in here. You can use that. Just trim it. And I can just do a little bit of variation here. Do some filtering and turn that on over here. Yeah, it is crazy how just a couple of elements, you know. So I'm saying, like, this pack, it may seem like, you know, it doesn't have a whole, I mean, it has a lot of sounds, but it has a lot of vital sounds that if you put them together, you get yourself tracks, you know. And this doesn't have any mixing, no effects, nothing. I haven't even put them into the mixer, nothing. It's just purely leveling with the gain here and playing with the sounds. can do even more if I want. Like, for example, you can't take these sounds for like face value, you know? So if you hear this, like, yeah, you can use it like that, but you can also tune it down, you can stretch it, you can do a whole bunch of things with it. With anything, really. I just take this off. You know, put the other loop in there. Sexy. And let's throw some other stuff in there. We got some guitar here. I can use this. Ooh, baby. That's it right there. Kicks and bass on the same key. I don't worry about that. I used to like always be super technical about stuff like that, but now I just go based on hearing. So I'll just kind of listen. If it sounds good, then I'll leave it. Most of my kicks, some of them are tuned. Like this is G, but like usually kicks sound really good in G or F sharp. Like that's kind of the sweet spot for kicks, just because that's where the sub frequency hits a lot better and it translates well. But I just go based on sound more than I do actual key. But of course, like you do wanna you can hear, usually you can hear whenever they're off. Like you can hear if the kick is off or if the bass is off. Like this is A, but I think I'm playing a different. I'm I'm playing it in G. Yeah, for sure. I can change it here too. What else do I got in here? Got more loops too. And this with some reverb or some delay. Something like delay 3. Spin on ping pong mode. Turn this down shorter. We can use this snare for effects. Same thing, put it in here, put some delay on there. Needs to be some fast delay. Or I can throw in like a massive, super massive. Guitar, I can do something with this too. Let's throw the kick in here. And do some side chain on the guitar. And I can do some delay as well. And again, that was just one loop. That's just one loop that I got in here. Or coming from the main one is this one. Crazy. This one. But I'm using the one without a kick. Got a bunch of cool loops in there. And that's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 sounds with a little bit of help from some free plugins. Supermassive is free, and Hysteresis is free. Delay 3 comes with FL Studio, and Valhalla Frequency Echo is free. So there you go. You can do something like that, or I can go ahead and just reset all of these. And I'm gonna use, I wonder if I can delete a couple of them at the same time. No, I can't. But the shortcut is D. All right, let's go for another one. Let's do that. Let's delete these. Go in here. Okay, there's that loop. We can put some atmosphere. There's some ambience, a pad. Turn that down. If I want, I can extend it. We can grab a top loop. I like that one. again. It's vocal. More of this guitar here. Turn this envelope on. See, it's just about getting creative. some vocal stuff. Let's do this. Oh yes, oh yes. Let's throw it in here. Get some delay going. Can do some crazy flanging, chorusing. Let's do some compression because it sounds real crazy. Oh yes sir, yes sir. Y'all ready for it? Y'all ready for it? What it needs though is some sidechain. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna link this kick, this random kick. I'm gonna unlink that from the master. I'm gonna use this as a sidechain. I'm gonna throw that in here. Then I can bring in some other sounds, something a little. Crazy dark. simplest things that just make it really nice. Interesting scale too, like the tuning. I'm trying to like figure it out on the spot. Very like Egyptian almost. Hard to like memorize. Woo! That's super nice. I don't know what scale this is, but I know it because I'm playing it, but I don't know what it would fall under. But it sounds really nice. It's probably some kind of like mode, like Phrygian or Lydian or something. It's I think it's probably a 5-note scale, so it might be like a Japanese scale. That's nice. Whatever it is, I like it. And there you have it, boys. That's my sound pack right there. That's what I got. That's what I got. It's a little preview of how how I use it to make music. I mean, most of the time I make everything from scratch, but I've been exporting little loops and different sounds and stuff like that, and it's really easy to make music using loops and using like things like this, like pre-made stuff, and then just messing with it in the time stretching or things like this, just using different things to manipulate the sounds. But yeah, I have that available on Patreon if you guys want to go and check that out. It's this one right here, Eterno Sample Pack. And if you're a Patreon member, right now I only have 2 members. I used to have 4. Ugh, my heart. But it's okay. I have 2 Patreon members, and you guys get it for free because, you're members of my Patreon, and I appreciate you. I'll put out a couple more things for you guys this month. I want to work on making another plugin in Patcher, so that's going to be coming up soon. I'm going to keep adding more. I'm going to keep exporting and adding more loops to this pack. And as I do that, as I build it and add more, I will be updating it on Patreon. And I'll be putting out, I know I was going to say I was going to put an FLP out for like this project and stuff, but I kind of erased the other one, and I'm not going to keep this one either. Even though it sounds good, it was just kind of a preview just to kind of show you guys, some of the sounds. But yeah, I'm going to go over them one more time just so you guys can get a little taste. I know these pads sound harsh, but it's only because they're really they're turned up all the way. I can probably turn it down here actually. They're not meant to be turned all the way up, obviously. I exported them normalized so that, in case in your project they don't sound loud, they'll sound loud. I have a limiter on my master right now with some gain, some 5 decibels, almost 6 decibels of gain. That's why it sounds extra loud, but they don't usually sound that loud. And again, all these you can use in different ways by stretching them, pitching them, looping them. And by looping them, I mean what you can do is you can, for example, in this sampler, let me drag that in there. And if I play it on, you have to first put this envelope on. Actually, not on this one. So what you can do is use this crossfade to loop different sections. And you can shorten it. It's just going to keep looping like that. You can change the crossfade amount. do so much just with one sound. And that's just one. Yeah. So you got all these pads. You got these atmospheres. Just kind of fill out the background of your sounds. You got some nature, some crickets, some crowds. You got some bass that you can use. Same thing, you just drag them in here. And if you don't want them to play extended, you just turn on the envelope, turn down the attack, turn up the hold, turn down the decay, the sustain, release. And for as long as you hold down the key, it'll play the sound. So if you want it really short, or if you want it long, and if there's some delay here, all you gotta do is change the start time to wherever you like. And then this is the same thing. But the thing about this is this one you can't automate, but this you can automate, which is really cool. I like using it for hats. So hats and shakers. Like in this shaker, for example. Let me just make a new pattern. Let me use something else as an example, actually, because that's a loop. I need a sound that's individual. Let me use something in here, though. What can I use? Nah, let me just use something from FL Studio, a shaker. This is good. So say you have a shaker like this. Of course, you don't want it to sound like that because that sounds very robotic. You want to do some velocity editing. I always do the first notes of every bar here, or beat. And it creates like a sidechain type of effect. So you can do it really extreme, or you can do it kind of subtle. And then same thing with the other notes, but not as bad. And just turn down the volume a little bit. You can edit the panning as well. You can edit the pitch if you want. But the thing that I was talking about was the start offset. So I can create an automation out of this, or I can put edit events in piano roll. And then I can just go in here to where it says recent controls, sample start offset. And you can edit it right here in this little window down here by going like it's weird that it's not affecting it. Oh, there it is. I guess I had to. You guys get the idea. You can also record that automation so that you can do it yourself. Or what I like to do sometimes, or a lot of the time actually, is I'll link that to the mixer. I'll add a controller, a Fruity Peak controller, and then I take the start offset time and I put link to controller, and I link it to the LFO of this peak controller. And then I take this and I can choose the amount that I want to offset it by. And you can put an LFO on it. But I like doing a randomized shape. And it'll just kind of move it around randomly. And that gives you a little bit more of a realistic type of shaker feel to it. You can also do like pitch LFO stuff. And it just gives it a little bit of different flavor, you know. You can add you can add a kick in there. These are all stock. Where are the hats and the claps? I like the toms from Drums Mode Audio. Clean ones. use a pad from my pack. Oh yeah, we can use one of these basses. That actually sounds kind of nice just like that. a lot of potential. There's a lot of potential. And when you keep things simple, when you keep things chill and easy, you don't try to overcomplicate things. You don't try to be so anal about what key you're in and what notes you're playing. Just listen. Just pay attention to the sounds. Let them talk to you. It's a language, that even if you don't understand the technicality of the language, you can hear it. You can understand the way that it sounds. It's just like when someone's talking, and they're talking in a different language and you don't know what they're saying, but you can feel them. If they're angry, if they're happy, if they're sad. It doesn't matter what they're saying. They could be talking to you, they could be screaming at you. If they're screaming at you, maybe you don't know what they're saying if they're screaming at you in like a foreign language, but you could feel it and you know that it doesn't feel too good. Or if you see them talking and they sound sad, you know that they're sad. You don't know what they're saying, but you know what they're feeling, because you may not understand the technicality of the language, but you can understand the emotion, you can understand the energy. So I like to view music in the same way. Like, yes, little by little I'm learning the technical aspects of it, the theory of it or whatever. I know the basics, I know the notes, the names of the notes, I know what chords are and all those things, but sometimes I don't. Sometimes I don't know what key I'm in, and I just figure it out on the fly because I'm paying attention to the way that it makes me feel, the way that it sounds. And I think that's the most important thing when it comes to music and learning about music and making music, is not focusing so much on the technical aspects, but focusing more on the listening, paying attention to the way that things make you feel, because sounds are emotions. Sound is energy, sound is emotion. From the very low frequencies to the very high frequencies and everything in between. Um, it's like when you're a baby. And I read this in one of this guy's books. His name is Victor Wooten. He's a bass player, really good. But he describes music as like a language as well. And it's kind of like when you're a baby. When you're a baby, you don't know how to speak, right? And everybody's speaking to you, but you don't know how to speak. Yet they still let you speak with them. Like your parents, like for example, when you're learning music, you can't play music with professionals if you don't know about music, right? So you're not going to go with some professionals and play with them because you don't know how to play the way they do. So what do? They put you in beginner classes. They put you with beginners, with people that don't know music either. But that's kind of wrong, because when you're a baby and you're learning how to speak, they don't put you with like a bunch of beginner people that don't know how to speak either. They put you just go out into the world and you're learning and you're listening with professionals, because everybody that's an adult is a professional at speaking, right? At talking. And so that's how you learn, because you're thrown into this world and everything around you have to adapt, basically. So when it comes to music, I think that's the best way to learn too, is you just throw yourself in there. Even if you don't know what you're doing, just you're paying attention, you're listening, and you're learning. So don't be scared. Don't be scared to just put things together, and if it sounds bad, it's gonna sound bad, but you're gonna learn. And that's the best way to go about it. So thank you guys for watching my video. This was meant to be a short video. I was just going to demonstrate a little bit, but I kind of got carried away, which always happens. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys kind of what I got in this pack that I'm putting out. And there's going to be a lot more to come. I'm going to be building more things. So I would say go check out my Patreon. Become a patron if you would like. I put up FLPs, samples. So I'm going to be putting a bunch of things out on there. And it's free to join, But then there's like a paid tier, of course, which is the one that gets a lot of things. But whenever I put free things out, like I'm gonna eventually do a free sample pack and free FLPs and things like that, and those are gonna be on Patreon. So if you're like a member, if you're a free member, you'll be able to download that for free as well. So just go subscribe to the Patreon if you'd like. And again, big shout out from the bottom of my heart to Mr. Emri Hami and Farid Kasam for being my patrons right now. I appreciate you guys. And like I said, this pack is up on Patreon for $8, but for you guys, my patrons, you guys get it for free. So you just got to go to my profile. There's a place called Shop on there, and I have it right here, and you should be able to download it for free. I also have this one, Hypnotic, which is like a delay plugin that I did in Patcher. I have it for $5 on here. Again, it's also free for my patrons. And I've been meaning to get my plugins installed in this laptop so I can use them on here as well. I have this one, and then on my Gumroad I have another delay that I made a while back, which is really nice too. Let me see here, because I missed a bunch of these. So true. Let me expand this a little bit. So true. Can agree more. Music is emotion, energy, and language. Yes, sir. Hey man, have you ever thought about making techno adjacent genres like deep house, tech house, etc.? I have, yeah. I need to like sit down and study like certain tracks in these styles so that I can make videos in those styles. But that's coming. I'm working on that. I want to make legitimate videos, like editing them and everything, putting them down like shorter and just right to the point, breaking down different genres. Good morning. I have been watching. Need to catch up with the beginning though. Hey, what's up, Mr. Spock? Can I pay for it one-time pay? Yeah, for the pack, you mean? Yeah, for the pack, you don't have to be like if you're not a patron, you don't have to be subscribed to my Patreon or nothing. It's just like a shop, basically. It's like any other website type of shop deal. You just go here. The link is in the description. It'll take you here, and then you just buy it basically. So you go here, and then you put buy now, and you should be able to buy it with no problem. And you don't have to be. It doesn't have to be like a reoccurring payment. The only thing that's a reoccurring payment is like if you want to subscribe to my Patreon, which if I go here, this is what I have right now. It's like I have FLP project, my theme, which a lot of people had been asking for. That one's free. So if you guys want my theme, it's not this one that I have right here. It's a different one. But yeah, that's the theme. Actually, I think I have it saved here. Is it this one? Yeah, it's one of my dark themes. I would always get comments on it. People wanted to like see if I could give it to them. So yeah, that one's there on Patreon. Again, for this one, for the theme, you don't have to be a member or anything. You can just go to my Patreon and download it. The FLPs are for the members. I have another pack on Patreon as well, a sound pack. I have the delay, which is this one, Dimension 333. That's the patcher delay I made. Yeah, I have my Vital preset pack, which has 79 sounds that I've made in Vital. It's really crazy. This one I have for my patrons as well. I also have it separate on Gumroad. I don't know if I'm signed into Gumroad here. What is this? Is this Gumroad? Same Gumroad. I think if I put Eterno at the front. Yes. So this is my Gumroad. I haven't used this in a while. I want to switch more to Patreon. That's where I want to have everything. But on my Gumroad, I have like a one-time payment things too. Like I have a drum kit, another drum kit that I made. This is my first one that I made. I have it for 10 here. This one has a lot of sounds. But it doesn't have loops like the one that I put out today. I have this panning plugin that I made in Patcher. My Dimension 333 delay plugin that I made in Patcher. And then the Vital preset pack, I have it here separately. And then I have a free techno FLP if you want to go and grab that too. Yeah, and that's the stuff on Gumroad. The link to that is also in my description. This Vital pack is really good though. I don't think I have it saved on this new computer. Let me check. Vital. Yeah, I don't think I have it in here. But I'm going to start making like another Vital pack here for this computer. I think right now I just have bass sounds. But in that other pack, I have a bunch of things like this type of sound. Yeah. But yeah, guys, that's it. I need to go to sleep because I got to wake up early, probably in like 3 hours, 4 hours, because I got to go to work. But again, this was just to kind of give you guys an example of what is in my pack, what you guys can expect in here. And thank you guys for your support. Thank you very much. Soon I will be back. Actually, I might stream at work later on, just because it's going to be a long shift and I'm definitely taking my computer. And yeah, I'll probably make something. We'll see. But thank you guys. Y'all have a wonderful day, night, afternoon, evening, whatever, whenever. Yeah, I probably am gonna stream today. Honestly, I'm just not gonna be able to talk on the microphone because I'm gonna be at work, obviously. I want to try to figure that out. I feel like it'd be cool. Maybe if I get like I mean, I guess I could take this setup to my job, but it'd be kind of awkward. But nah, I'd rather just focus on making the music. So yeah, I'll probably stream later at work. Thank you guys. Thank you. Woo! All right. For real now. Gotta go. Adios, friend.